Welcome back to Chapter 3 of our series 0 to First $100, the 90-Day Side Hustle Sprint. In today's episode, titled Craft Your First Offer, Value Proposition in One Page, we're diving into a crucial skill, defining your target customer's pain point in just one sentence. This is a game changer for your side hustle, so let's get started. Most people quit side hustles not because the idea is bad, but because no one understands it fast enough to care. A one-page offer can quietly double how many people say, "Tell me more." So the real question isn't, "Is my idea good?" It's, "Can I explain it before attention runs out?" 42% of people landing on a website decide in under 10 seconds whether to stay or bounce. And most side hustlers waste those seconds on fluffy slogans and vague promises. You don't need a prettier logo, you need a sharper offer. Think of this as shifting from, "I do marketing stuff," to, "I help local gyms add 15 new members in 30 days, or you don't pay." Same skill set, completely different clarity. In earlier episodes, you narrowed your idea and protected your time. Now we're turning that raw idea into a precise promise: who you help, what painful problem you solve, and what changes in their life or business when you're done. The goal isn't to sound clever, it's to be unmistakably obvious to the right person and ignorable to the wrong one. Once you can fit that on a single page, every DM, landing page, and coffee chat pitch gets radically easier. When you squeeze your idea onto a single page, something interesting happens. Fuzzy assumptions turn into testable bets. Instead of, "People will definitely pay for this," you're forced to ask, "Which people, for what urgent situation, and why now?" It's like switching from doodling a map in the sand to tracing a clear route on paper. You can finally see where you're guessing. This is where side hustles start moving from nice concept to real offer I can put in front of strangers. You're not carving this in stone. You're drafting version 1.0 of an offer you can tweak, stress test, and improve with every conversation. Most people try to wing their offer from the gut. High-converting businesses treat it like a draft they can edit. Your one-page value proposition is that draft, and it has 4 non-negotiable pieces. Leave one out, and you're back to polite interest instead of paid commitments. Start with the target customer plus painful problem. Not busy professionals, but new managers drowning in back-to-back Zooms who stay up late finishing slide decks. You're looking for a situation they can recognize in a sentence. A quick test. Could your ideal person read it and think, "That's literally me last Tuesday"? Next comes the promised outcome or transformation. This is not a list of features, it's the after photo. Inbox to zero in 7 days and a simple system to keep it there. Launch your first Etsy shop and make your first 20 sales in 30 days. Run 5K without knee pain in 8 weeks. Be specific enough that someone could almost put it on a calendar or measure it on a spreadsheet. Then you need your unique mechanism or differentiator, the how that separates you from everyone shouting similar promises. It might be your process, 3-step Sunday reset, your background, designer who's worked with 50-plus florists, your format, live co-working, not pre-recorded videos, or your niche focus, only for solo accountants. You're answering, "Why should I pick you instead of the 10 tabs I already have open?" Finally, add specific price and risk reversal. This is where many side hustlers get vague or apologetic. Don't. Put the number in writing and match it with a simple safety net. $149, and if you don't get X by Y date, you get Z. That could be a refund, extra sessions, store credit, or staying on until the result is reached. The research is clear. Naming the price early filters tourists from serious buyers and builds trust. As you write, expect tension. Part of you will want to stay broad, just in case you scare someone off. That's exactly the instinct you're fighting. Each line on this page is a decision about who you're for, what you're willing to be judged on, and how you'll prove you're safe to try. Think of those 4 elements like instruments in a small band. If one's missing, the music feels off, even if you can't say why. A clear target plus problem is the beat. Steady, specific, easy to follow. The promised outcome is the melody people hum later. They remember 5K without pain far more than your resume. Your unique mechanism is the unexpected chord change that makes someone look up. Oh, this isn't just another generic plan. And price plus risk reversal is the solid baseline, quietly telling people, you're safe here, this won't spin out of control. To see this in action, look at a few real patterns. A career coach for burnt-out nurses. Switch to a non-bedside role in 90 days without a pay cut using my 4-week portfolio sprint. $297, or I work with you free until you land interviews. A Notion consultant. Freelancers who hate project chaos hit every deadline for 60 days using a 3-view dashboard. $249 setup, plus 1 free redesign if you still miss deadlines. As AI tools flood feeds with copy-pasted offers, the one-page version becomes your lab bench. You can quickly swap headlines like a DJ testing tracks, watching which groove makes people click, reply, or buy. Soon, no-code tools will let you spin up variations for night owls versus early birds or beginners versus pros. Treat each version like a weather report, not personal, just data about current conditions, so you can calmly adjust your forecast instead of guessing in the dark. Now treat that page like a sketchbook, not a stone tablet. Run tiny experiments. Swap a word, narrow a niche, change your guarantee. Share it with 3 real prospects and note where their eyes light up or glaze over. The goal isn't perfection, it's finding the version that makes strangers lean in and say, "That's exactly what I need. How do we start?" Start with this tiny habit. When you sit down at your laptop, jot a single sentence that starts with, "I helped this specific person," and plug in just one real person you know by name. The next time you open your email or DMs, quickly scan for a message from someone like that person and underline, on screen or in your head, the exact words they used to describe their problem. When you close your laptop for the day, rewrite your "I help" sentence using one phrase you spotted in their words, nothing more. This was Owl Up, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!